And President Donald Trump announced another round of $300 billion in tariffs on Chinese goods last week to pressure the nation into a trade agreement. But in return, China announced it will suspend imports of U.S. agricultural commodities. The Montana Ag Network's Lane Nordland shares more.
As the trade war with China continues, Beijing is focusing on rural America by placing tariffs on agricultural products, predominantly corn, soybeans, and pork.
So basically what China did, and they kind of clarified their stance to the U.S. Trade Representative here this morning, is that they're not necessarily suspending all agricultural imports, but what they're doing is they are removing any tariff exemptions that they had placed on U.S. agricultural products. And that's something they had done as a kind of a show of good faith during the negotiation. But after the latest tariff escalation, that has been undone.
While Montana's production of corn, soybeans, and pork is relatively small, a prolonged trade war will have a trickle-down effect on all of U.S. agriculture.
A lot of that is going to have impacts on domestic prices here at home because a lot of United States corn was grown and fed to United States pigs. Also some things to watch, and there are some wheat exports that go over there, not a ton, but some. This is really going to have a wide-ranging impact on American agriculture.
Data from the American Farm Bureau Federation shows that in 2014, U.S. ag exports to China exceeded $24 billion, but from 2017 to 2018, those exports fell more than 50%, dropping to $9.1 billion. The Montana Farm Bureau said agriculture has been patient during the trade spat, but is starting to feel the effects of it. They remain hopeful an agreement will come soon.
Trade is very important to Montana's farmers and ranchers, obviously. Being able to export them and finding new markets for them is very important. Maintaining the markets that we have is also important, but we recognize the importance of getting these trade agreements right and getting a chance to level the playing field to make sure that in the long run, we're able to maintain markets, but also trade fair for farmers and ranchers and for the United States as a whole.
Reporting, Lane Nordland, MTN News.